So next up we got is kind of a thought provoker topic. What is the best piece of advice you would give your 13-year-old self? Evan, I'll let you go first on this.
Yeah, so I don't know how many of you guys can rate. I was never introverted, but I was pretty shy. I remember there'd be times like middle school. I'm still generally shy, but I run a podcast now. I feel like I do a good job of talking to people, especially my friend group and adults and all that. But there in middle school, there I was so shy. There would come a time like I remember this girl. I won't say her name, but she used to like lay her head back on my desk because we'd have like desks line up. I'd be too shy to say anything like, miss, I gotta, I gotta write, I gotta do my notes, but, so there, I was just so shy. And sometimes you can't, I'm not saying that's a negative thing, but there's stuff you can do. So what I would say to my 13-year-old self is that, and I think there's one common misconception before I get to that, is that some people would say, well, you got to get active. But getting active could mean a lot of different things. Like I would still consider myself very active. I played tons of sports. I did football, soccer, track. I did, baseball, basketball, all that. Not on teams, but some of them, but like camps and stuff. I did all of that stuff. But one thing I feel like I didn't do a lot is socialize. So you can sign up anyone for their activity, but if they're not going to like the activity, it's kind of pointless. So I think, you should, and I'm saying you should still be involved, but that's kind of a given. That doesn't really solve that. So for a shy person like me, I think you have to dig a little deeper. And one thing would be to socialize. Like if a friend wants to hang out, don't, because it's a little bit out of your comfort zone, don't do it, not do it. So that's what I would say to my 13-year-old self. Because friends are very important. Friends and family and family, of course, too. But you got to have friends in life. Otherwise, it's going to be, in my opinion, pretty boring. But Jake, what would you say to your
Ye-
13-year-old self?
Yeah, the biggest thing that I would say to my 13-year-old self is, and everybody knows, Evan, you especially know how much I love baseball. The biggest thing that I would probably say to my 13-year-old self is get into baseball, not only baseball, sports, weight training, stuff like that, get started on baseball early. Um, who knows? Maybe, when I got out of high school, maybe I will get drafted, but, I didn't get drafted, unfortunately, because of me getting hurt my senior year and not being able to play. So,
Yeah, Jake would have went all the way. We know that. But
yeah.
no,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's a fair one because I have the same regret, not about baseball, but actually about basketball. I think I have all the skills. Like I have the jump. I can make shots. I'm not the perfect shooter, but I can make shots. But I have
So
no fun.
you and me are very different. I suck at basketball, dude.
But the thing with that is I never had any fundamentals because I never played on a team. So if you ask me to dunk a basketball, I could probably dunk a basketball. You ask me to dribble it 10 steps, I'm probably gonna travel and mess up, because I never had any of the fundamentals. So that would be something I'd regret too. But anyways, just one more question to this. What would you say for your peers? So your friends at 13 years old. And I'll start with this. I would say, when you get adversity, like I've seen this with some of my friends. When something goes wrong, don't quit because something's gonna go wrong. And I would say don't just give up on something because a sport didn't work out or this or that didn't work out, or maybe just a friendship or a relationship work out. Don't quit. Don't let that self tank yourself. Because I saw that in a lot of my friends and it was very unfortunate. But that's what I'd say to that.